And now I want to actually output the toString method that is related to these objects here. Okay, so now I want to actually output these objects to the screen by calling the method toString on these objects. Okay, so here I can just type in txt animal dot set text, and inside the parentheses I can just refer to the name of this object animal, okay, dot toString. So here I want to actually call the toString method that is inside of this animal class. As you can see, we have a toString method here inside of this animal class, and here I want to call this method to this animal object, and here again I want to type in txt lion dot set text, and inside the parentheses of this set text here I need to refer to the name of this object lion dot toString method. And as you can see here, we have a toString method. We actually overrided this method inside of this lion class, and we want to actually call this method on this lion object. So now let's actually run our project and see what happens. So now, as you can see, our application actually crashed. Okay, unfortunately app 27 has stopped. So let's actually go inside this log here. Okay, and here as you can see it says java.lang.illegal argument exception. The value of the power must be greater than 0. So this is the exception that we actually created here inside of this animal class. I said that if the value of this power variable is less than or equal to number 0, then throw this illegal argument exception. The value of the power must be greater than number 0. So here this is how actually exceptions work in your projects. Okay, I need to actually change these values to another values. So I can just type in, for example, number 200 for the power and number 300 for the speed. And here, as you can see, I need to change these numbers. For example, number 400 power and number 700 for the speed. And now if I run my project, let's see what happens. So now, as you can see, our application is running on this emulator, and here it says animal name bear, animal color black, animal power 200, and animal speed is 300. And here it says animal name my lion, animal color yellow, animal power 400, and animal speed 700. And here it says, can our lion fight? True. The fighting power of our lion is 170. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Let's actually use the power of polymorphism in Java. Okay, here let's actually create an animal object. Okay, animal. Okay, so I actually referred to the name of this animal class, and here I want to actually give a name to this animal object, my animal. Okay, assignment operator, and now I want to refer to the name of this lion object. Okay, lion. So here, as you can see, I actually created an object from this animal class, but here after the assignment operator I referred to the name of this object. Okay, so because there is actually an is-are relationship between this lion class and this animal class, because this lion class actually inherits all of the features and behaviors that are actually inside of this animal class. There is an is-are relationship between these two classes. Okay, so here I could actually refer to the name of this object, to the name of this lion object, and then assign that object to this animal object here, to this animal variable. Okay, because there is an actually is-are relationship between this animal class and this lion class. Okay, at compile time it is okay, we can actually assign this value because there is an is-are relationship between these two classes, lion and animal. We can actually assign this lion object to this animal variable here. Okay, lion is actually an animal. Okay, so I actually assign this object to this animal variable, and now let's actually output this object to the screen. Okay, so here I can just type in txt polymorphism dot set text, and now inside the parentheses I can just type in my animal dot toString. So because I actually referred to the name of this animal object here, as you can see, this animal variable, you may think that it's gonna actually call the toString method that is inside of this animal class, okay? But it's gonna actually call the toString method that is inside of this lion class, okay? As you can see, we have a toString method inside of this lion class, because at runtime, it's gonna refer to this object, okay? To this lion object that we actually assigned to this animal variable here, okay? So let's run our project and see what happens. So now, as you can see, our application is running on this emulator, and here it says lion using polymorphism, okay? Animal name, my lion, animal color, yellow, animal power, 400, animal speed, 700. Can our lion fight? True. The fighting power of our lion is 170. Although we actually created an object from this animal class, okay? Here, because we actually assigned this lion object to this variable, at runtime, it's gonna actually call the toString method that is related to this lion object, okay? Because it's gonna actually refer to this lion object, okay? That's the power of polymorphism in Java, and hopefully that makes sense. And if you have any questions, please post the discussion in the course. And if you do not understand the inheritance in Java, please watch the inheritance section of this course again. So now let's actually go back inside this content underline main.xml, and then here I need to actually click on this clear cache here. And now I need to actually drag a large text view into this scroll view here. So here inside of this component tree section, here inside of this linear layout vertical, let's actually drag a large text view into this linear layout vertical that is inside of this vertical scroll view here, okay? And double click on it and delete the text of this text view, and for the ID just type in here txt cat, okay? And then press on enter key on your keyboard. So now let's actually go back inside this main activity.java file here, and now let's actually create an object from this text view class. So text view txt cat assignment operator, and then I need to cast this object to a text view object, find view by id, r.id.txt cat, okay? And then I need to put in a semicolon at the end of my statement here, okay? So now let's actually create an object from this cat class. So I just need to type in here cat, and the name of this object is my cat, okay? Assignment operator, new cat, and here I need to specify some arguments for the constructor of this cat class here, as you can see, cat object. So for the name of this cat, just type in here my cat, okay, comma, the color of my cat is, for example, black or white, okay, comma, and the power of my cat is, for example, 400, comma, and the speed of my cat is, for example, 700, okay? And then I need to put in a semicolon at the end of my statement here. So now let's actually output this cat, this my cat object, to the screen. So I just need to type in here txt cat.setText my cat.toString. Okay, so now let's actually run our project and see what happens. So now, as you can see, our application is running on this emulator, and if I scroll down here, you can see it says cat, animal name, my cat, okay? So it is actually calling the toString method that is inside of this cat class here, okay? Cat, animal name, my cat, animal color, white, animal power, 400, and animal speed, 700, okay? So now, let's actually delete this line of code here first, okay? And then let's actually create an object from this animal class, okay? Animal, and the name of my animal is, for example, my animal 2, okay? Assignment operator, my cat, and put a semicolon at the end of your statement here, okay? So now let's actually output this my animal 2 to the screen, okay? So just type in here txt cat.setText. So inside of the parentheses of this setText method, just refer to the name of this my animal 2 object dot toString. So now let's actually again run our project and see what happens. Okay, now as you can see, our application is running on this emulator here, and here you can see again the toString method that is inside of this cat class is being called. Cat, animal name, my cat, animal color white, animal power 400, and animal speed is 700. So as you can see here, first of all, we created an object from this cat class called my cat, okay? And in line 36, I actually created another object from this animal class, and the name of this object is myAnimal2. Okay, and here I put an assignment operator, and then I referred to the name of this myCat object, and I assigned this object to this variable, to this animal variable here, myAnimal2. Okay, and in line 37, I actually called this toString method on this myAnimal2 object, as you can see. But at runtime, as you can see here, it actually called this toString method that is actually inside of this cat class. Okay, because at runtime, it's gonna actually refer to this object, okay, myCat. Okay, and then it's gonna call this the toString method that is inside of this cat class. It's gonna actually call this toString method that is actually related to this myCat object, and then we can see these values here. Okay, so again, that's the power of polymorphism, and hopefully that makes sense. And if you have any questions about polymorphism, please post the discussion in the course, and then I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.